Happy 17th birthday,
Happy
Malaya.
birthday. I love you.
Happy birthday, Malaya.
Happy birthday, Malaya.
Malaya and I met at school. I think, yeah, and I would say like our first interaction together was J term auditions of my sophomore year. So Malaya had asked me to sing with her, and I was like, yeah, sure, sure, I guess. So yeah, we sang together, and I would say that's our first like memory. Um, we sang together, and that was the day that Malay and I took our first picture together too. So
Um, I remember the first day that I met you. We were in Star the first day of 8th grade, and I thought you were Annika because you both were, I don't know, you both look similar. So I was like, hey Annika, nice galaxy shoes. And then you didn't respond, so I was like, oh, well, that's not Annika, so that would make sense. But yeah, that's the first time
At
I
the
met my
end
best
of
friend.
sophomore year, at the beginning of junior year, when I first saw her perform, and I remember her sitting there at the piano and singing and thinking, oh my god, this girl is so cool. She can play the piano really well and she can sing, and she's just super, super amazing. Like, whoa.
I met Malaya freshman year in Mr. Bain's English class, and I was super intimidated because I thought she was super hot because I've been in love with you, Malaya, since day one. And I was super afraid to talk to you because I just thought that you were so pretty and you were so cool and you were so nice, and I was afraid that you were gonna rip my head off because I just wasn't good enough.
I first met Malaya the first day of my sophomore year at SPCPA, and my first memory of Malaya was we actually sat next to each other in Mr. Broom's choir class.
So I guess my first memory of Malaya would be, oh, she's that pretty girl who sits with the other pretty girls in the front row.
Malaya and I met freshman year during theory with Mr. Rusco. My first memory that I had with Malaya was, I think it was us doing a Miranda Sings impression, or it was hanging out in Chipotle or Starbucks or wherever, because we did that every day and we still do that every day. So
my best memory with Malaya was when we were arguing on Facebook about politics, but she remained peaceful and respectful of my opinions.
Downtown St. Paul on a cold, dark, rainy day. Possibly. I don't remember what the weather was like on that day, but living in Minnesota, it probably was cold, But that's where I met her. That's where I met a lot of my good friends at SPCPA. And Malaya is one of those good people, good friends that I know. And I'd say that our best memory together is all of them, because never have I ever had a bad moment with Malaya. And at SPCPA, with people that are there,
Okay,
that is saying
let's see.
something.
I first met Malaya in the 8th grade at Rams, and I really thought I was the coolest, and she could sing and I could sing, and so I went up to her and I was like, hey, let's sing. Well, Kiana introduced us and I was like, hey, let's sing. And I was like, it's okay if you don't want to. Like, my best memory with Malaya was definitely the first orientation at SPCPA, because Malaya's that person that you could be the most uncomfortable and she'll make you feel okay about it.
So me and Malaya met freshman year And the first memory that I have of her is actually of last year, and we just had a conversation about just books and reading, and it was so nice. And yeah.
I just pulled this out. There we go. If you remember this, when we were first friends in the 8th grade, we were like bonding over music and we wanted to be famous. So we wrote a little song and we even brainstormed what it meant to be in love. And under love, we wrote heartbreak. So I'm gonna read the song that we wrote together on January 5th, 2014. I don't want to listen to your lies. Don't try and hide 'cause I can see it in your eyes. Finally, I'm done being your second choice. I don't want to cry anymore 'cause I've wasted all my time. You told me you were sorry, but your sorry don't mean a thing. But you played me and betrayed me and you made me feel like we were forever, and that just wasn't right. I stayed up all night figuring out what I did wrong, and that's where we ended, thank God. We have so many great memories together, and I just cherish everyone, and I'm so happy that I got to be part of your life.
Me and Malaya first met freshman year in our vocal classes, and our first memory was when she got her nose pierced, and she kept asking me about, what's this bump doing here?
First time that I met you was in Miss Raleigh's class. Ooh, and I think we just clicked right away, and I still remember the clown drawing that I gave you. So I think that was like the first time that we really clicked was in Miss Raleigh's class.
You know, everything that Malaya does makes me happy.
Is the fact that somehow she has such amazing control over how she feels, and she's just so good at turning a negative thing into a positive thing, and I think that that is one of the best qualities that you can have as a person.
No matter where we are or whatever we're doing, like Malaya is herself, and like I really appreciate that you know, she doesn't have to hide a single thing, and I don't know, but I told her this one night when we were hanging out, and I told her that she's the most down to earth person that I know, and that I really appreciate that because, you know, people like that, they're the hardest to find, and I'm just happy and, you know, happy because I have Malaya in my life, and like I'm lucky to be that special person in your life as well.
Just Malaya in general. She just, anytime we talk, I'm just always so happy when I'm around her. You know, we throw shade and all that, but always when I'm with her, I'm always the happiest.
How cunning and funny and charming she is, and her presence whenever she just walks in the room, you just know Milala is there. You can't see her because she's short, but you know she is there.
How intellectual and just like mature she is as a person, because I love being able to have a conversation with somebody about things other than like the teenager talk stuff, and I really like that.
And always makes me laugh. I can't think of a time where I have been with Malaya and she hasn't made me laugh.
She's so caring, and she's got such a big heart. She's the most beautiful person that I've ever seen, and I just absolutely fell in love with her. And like I want her to know that I fell in love with her, not just for, I guess, her appearance, but for her herself. And you know, I'm gonna appreciate her and love her for the rest of my life.
The fact that she is always so readily available just to listen to you, and that's one of her many great qualities. If you're struggling with something and you just need someone to listen, whether it's just listen or give you advice or do both, Malaya's your girl, and she'll give you really, really good advice too. So she's a really great friend in that.
I'm very happy for her and proud of Malaya for writing her own poetry book. Like, who the hell does that at 16?
Definitely that. She's just the most incredible person that I've ever had the chance to meet. And I'm so grateful to have someone so beautiful and so hilarious that will bring you so much light in all of the dark in your life. Who will provide a family when you feel like you don't have one. She's a walking home, and her arms are always open.
I think it's when she talks about things she loves and her face just lights up and she just looks so happy, and it's just like the cutest thing, and it makes me smile all the time. And yeah, so whenever she talks about things that she loves or things that she loves doing, then that's when I get really happy because she lights up.
How well she performs and just her performing in general, because she gets so into the music and she communicates the emotion really well, and she's just a really, really cool person.
I think all of your jokes and side quips that you make in the middle of class, they're fun to listen to, and it's just fun to talk to you, and I know that I can trust you if I need to talk to someone.
The image of walking on wooden floors, and they're just a little bit creaky, and they're kind of cold to your touch, but you yourself are warm, and you're carrying a mug of tea or coffee, and your house smells like your favorite candle in the world, and the fireplace is on, and you're just sitting around, and that contentness, that happiness, that feeling, that's the feeling that I get when I speak to Malaya, and that's what reminds me of her.
And something that reminds me of Malaya is chunky scarves, because you love scarves. And a good day. A good day reminds me of Malaya, because I always have a good day when Malaya's there. Where are you going?
Anything. Yeah, about anything. I'm constantly always thinking about Malaya, like whether or not if I'm with her. But I really am like thinking about Malaya all the time. She's just the first thing that I think of when I wake up, and the last thing that I think about when I go to bed.
I hear certain songs that she showed me, songs that we've sung together. I think about Malaya when we talk about day term last year. I think about Malaya when I go pet dogs at the Humane Society, because we do that all the time. And whenever we go get coffee, whenever I go get coffee, that's when I think of her, because we do that together as well.
And what makes me think of her every morning when I put my highlight on, every morning, I'm so serious. So, Malaya, I love you. Happy birthday.
There's just too many inside jokes that we make, so pretty much anything that we see means something to us.
Late night drives. Drops of Jupiter.
Really nice puppies because she is a really nice, and she is playful like a puppy, and she's small like a puppy. So yeah.
I think of a really, really sweet person who's really, really kind and makes everybody comfortable, even the really like upset people. They just get really, really comfortable, and she's just a super kind person, so you can talk to her about anything. Malaya's just a really, really sweet, amazing, talented, super kind person. And yeah, she's super cool.
She's just so amazing, and I wouldn't trade her for anyone.
But I'm thankful that you're my best friend, and that even though we may fight sometimes, we always, no matter what, we make it back together again somehow. So I'm happy for you, and I love you, and my sisters love you, and my family loves you, and we all miss you. So I hope you have a happy 17th. I love you.
Malaya is someone I would never switch for someone new.
I love you, sweetheart. Happy 17th birthday.